You ever have a really bad day? I mean, like a really bad day. Like it's almost impossible for things to line up in that way. Number one, I go to work. I mean that's a great start. And it gets to like 4:00 in the morning, and I hear over the radio, "We need Jesse. We got a broken drain." I said, "Oh my God, here we go." Already in my head, I'm doing the mathematics here. Drain is down here. That means I got to bend over. I'm getting to a point in my life where bending over is like, I don't know. What are you going to say? It's like one of the great American tragedies now. I mean, you have Pearl Harbor, 9/11, and then I got to bend over. This is basically what it is. So I love it. They got to come running up to me. This is the greatest part. Like, you know, I want Clint Eastwood for a manager. That's why I always respected Clint Eastwood, because of his directing style. Everybody that was ever directed by Clint, you know, directors, they're like, all right, lights, camera, action. This type of thing? No. Clint Eastwood would come up to you and he'd be like, okay, well, we're going to do this line over here. And do me a favor, just stand like this, you know, so the light hits you like this. And okay, you ready to start? And then, you know, they pull out the thing. I don't know. Clack. Do they still use that thing? And action. This type of thing. You understand? That's why I want to work. I want somebody to come over to me. Hey, listen, I want Clint Eastwood to come up to me and give me my orders. We had a lady go into the woman's room and take the shit of her life. Okay? It's going across the hole in the bottom of the toilet like the Brooklyn Bridge. Okay? So, action. Then I'm like calm, relaxed. Not from across, people running to me. The toilet's clogged. And it's always when like there's somebody from high school that I know there. Yeah, you ever have this? No? What are you? You successful in life? I'm having like a rain. I don't know how to tell you. It's like a rain of incidents where when I'm at work, they give me like the shittiest job possible. Like, can you go, I don't know, can you go clean the bottom of the urinal with a toothbrush? This type of thing. And then I'll be like, oh, no, okay. And then I go in and I'm like, and I always hear this. Jesse? Jesse Burns? And I'm like, oh, hey, Greg. Hey, Greg from high school. Hey, what you been up to, pal? It's like, well, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm brushing the bottom of a urinal, Greg. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm CEO of Pfizer. Oh yeah? Where do you live? I live up in Bayville, where they have a town ordinance that you can only build a house on a property 5 acres or larger. That's right. I need a cigarette. I'm falling to pieces here. I've been to Bayville. Okay, I worked on a playhouse. I assembled a playhouse for a guy in Bayville. He says to me, he's like, I get to the house, right? He wants a preliminary, like me to show up and do like an estimate first. I'm like, how? What? We're building a playhouse here. I show up, I bang it out, I leave. He's like, no, come by the property. The property? I get up there. I've never seen probably a more beautiful house in my life. He said, listen, I'm not going to be here, but the maid will be here. The gardener will be here, and the pool guy. So, and I'm like, he's like, yeah. He goes, I'm a lawyer, and my wife's a lawyer too. We work in the city. We won't be here. The kids, the maid will be watching the kids. I'm like, this is like the greatest thing of all time. Oh, you have no idea the lives some people live. That's the thing about being like a schlep handyman. You get to go into some awesome neighborhoods once in a while, and you get to see how people really live. Oh, it's depressing. It's depressing. It's like, hey, I don't want to park in your driveway because my Mazda pours oil all over the floor. Okay, and I notice you have golden bricks paving your driveway. So I'll park down by the street. I'll jog the 10 miles to your house. I get there, and he's walking me around the property. He's like, yeah, this was just after Sandy. He's like, yeah, we've had a lot of problems around here. We had like, this is how you know your property's huge. He's like, we've had some trees fall down. I said, oh yeah, I saw a tree fall down the block from me. He goes, yeah, I know. I had 20 fall on my property. I was like, oh, okay. That's how huge the property was. You had, imagine 20 trees fall on your property. Then we go over, and it's an enormous. This is like Olympic size outdoor swimming pool. It's heated, of course. This type of thing. The pool guy's there. He's skimming the pool. He's like, all right, we're going to put it over here. The yard was like a forest. I don't even know how to explain it to you. All right, we'll put it over here. And he's like, listen, if you need to use the bathroom, just go into the pool house. So I go over there. I'm doing the job. I got to take it the whiz of my life. I walk into the pool house. It was, number one, bigger than my house. Number two, more beautiful and luxurious than my house. Yes, I should have took pictures. Probably not an ethical thing to do. But anyway, while I'm doing the walk with him, there's a whole construction crew across the street. So like a huge construction going on. I'm like, oh, what's going on over there? He goes, oh, that's the neighbor across the street. He tried to build an underground basketball court behind his house without telling the town. Like, I don't even know how you pull that off. What do you get, like Navy SEALs? Navy SEAL engineers to come in at night and start doing that? How do you dig an underground basketball facility without them knowing, without anybody knowing? Anyway, he did it. By the way, it was in the news too, if you don't believe me. Bayville, check it out. Guy builds a basketball stadium underneath his backyard. And I don't know who he hired. You know, some Spanish guy, some Home Depot or something like that. The fucking thing collapsed. So this is a big deal in Bayville, and in general anyhow. The news comes around. What does the guy do? He buys a house like down the block. Another huge, enormous, sprawling palisades of a fucking estate. Listen, you know you're in a rich neighborhood when every house has like 7 chimneys. Do you understand? There's certain things that tip you off to let you know that you're in a rich neighborhood. Number one, you don't see a car anywhere. Every car is tucked into a gorgeous garage, by the way. All right? When you start to see copper and brass downspouts on the gutters, this type of thing, copper awnings over windows, okay? The things that stop snow from sliding off the roof. Yes, that's how you know you're in a wealthy neighborhood. Wrought iron around the windows. You understand? The wrought iron, beautiful wrought iron around the windows, the accent things around the windows, this type of thing, okay? You're not going to see any vinyl siding. I don't know if you were aware of that. I know you think your house looks beautiful because you just got new vinyl siding. That's shit. It's shit. That's right. I mean, this type of thing. So what are we talking about here? I don't know. My head's going to blow out of my face. I'm just waiting for that to happen. Oh yeah. Oh, so you're you own Pfizer. That's great. Hey Greg, maybe we'll catch up sometime, huh? When I'm done with this urinal, I don't know. And he's like, hey, yeah, see you around. I don't know. So they come running up to me. You gotta fix the drain in rotisserie. And this is where I get the like cold shock down my spine and I start to go into a tailspin. Okay? Because it's fixing the drain in rotisserie. That's where they make the rotisserie chickens. Do you understand? This is like, let me, hey Jess, you got to fix the pipe that goes down to hell on earth. Okay? You think you can swing that? All right, I'm heading there now. So I go over there and rotisserie's in full swing. Do you understand? There's like chicken spinning around. There's chicken grease flying everywhere. There's water all over the floor. There's chicken grease and water all over the floor. So I go in there and I got to get myself mentally prepared. You understand? I got to look at the situation. I got to figure out every tool that I need to get this job accomplished so I can get the fuck out of there as fast as possible. You're fighting a clock. Do you understand? Number one, the sink is by a swinging door. That's right. The drain is right by a swinging door. So not everybody's like, oh, there's somebody working there. Let me be careful, kicking the door open into his head while I'm down there. So that's something I got to think about. The other thing is I got to get the drain out and back in with water falling out of it, basically because all the pipes leak. So there's constant stream of water coming out of this drain. And it's water and chicken grease. So I'm smart. I'm not smart, but I've gotten smarter over the years. I get 2 cardboard slip sheets to lay on the floor. And I got T-minus about 3 minutes laying down before the water soaks through the cardboard. And then it goes into my sweater. Yes. I need coffee for this one. I'm getting stressed out already. I lay the cardboard down. Oh, by the way, I squeegee a dry patch for myself. The dry patch lasts, again, about 3 minutes before water creeps in from all directions. I lay down my cardboard. I lay down on the floor. Now I'm working vigorously to detach the drain so I can put a new gasket in. I got the gasket ready. I got everything ready. I start pulling the drain apart. And the guy in rotisserie starts squeegeeing the rotisserie floor, which is just like chicken fat and water. And I'm on the other side of the door, and the drain is in the floor on my side. And he squeegees the water underneath the door, and it comes. I look up. I see a tidal wave of water and chicken grease come up, and it just goes right over the cardboard. And I don't know what this LL Bean is made out of, sponge material. And I just feel it slick my entire back. Chicken grease, water. And it stinks. I have a generally cool head. But I lost it. I got up, I said, I opened the door, I said, what the fuck are you doing? And I know the kid. He's a good kid. And he's like, I said, you just got me soaking wet with chicken grease, shoving it under the fucking door like that. And he's like, And you know what he says to me? Because we're always talking football together, and he knows I love Tom Brady. He said something that actually made me laugh. He goes, don't get your Tom Brady panties in a bunch. I said, what do I say now? What do I say now? I said, motherfuck. Then I got to clean out the floor. Now I got to take off my jacket. I'm freezing. I got to get 2 more pieces of cardboard. Then I get the drain off. And I got to tell you something right now. You take the drain off and the smell that comes out of this drain from just years of chicken grease. I want you to take a feed bag, okay? I want you to throw, first I want you to take a bologna in August and throw it in the driveway and let the sun beat on it for like 9 hours straight. Then I want you to take the bologna and put it in a blender with sour milk. And then I want you to give that shake to a chimpanzee. And then in about another 12 hours, I want you to have the chimpanzee take a diarrhea in the bottom of a horse feed bag. And then I want you to strap the feed bag to your face. That's the odor that comes out of the fucking drain when you take it apart. Oh my God. I can't take it. I can't take it. I get done with the drain. Now it's like, I don't know. An hour later, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30. My wife's getting up for work. Wouldn't you know, I get a text from her. Babe, the drain in the kitchen, the pipe underneath the drain in the kitchen sink broke. I said, what? She takes a picture of it. The pipe underneath the kitchen sink is rotted out. And whatever she was washing in the sink washed all over the bottom of the cabinet, all out onto the kitchen floor. Yeah. How is this possible? How is that possible? So you gotta understand something, guys. When you do that type of work for a living, like facilities work, to go home and do that type of work at home, it's a nightmare on planet Earth. So this is what I'm thinking about all day at work. Now I got to go home and fix another fucking drain. And I got so much shit to do. Like they always say, like the mechanic's car is the car that's always broken down. Yeah, because mechanic gets home, he doesn't want to work on his own fucking car. That's how it goes. So I got so much shit to do. I'm so far behind on every fucking project I got going on over here. I thought today was the day I was going to be able to go home and work on these projects, and get somewhat ahead. So now I got to fix the fucking drain. So I get home and I see this on the doorstep. I said, oh my God, my hair powder's here. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this one. I go to the barber shop, the Spanish guys down here at the barber shop, okay? The guy cuts my hair, and he does a great job cutting my hair for some reason. Usually they're just trying to get me out the fucking door. Get the gringo out of here. Let me get my shit haircut. He gives me a great tip. It works out great. I'll get him out the door. And then we can listen to bachata and drink Johnny Walker Black all day. That's what these guys do in the Spanish barbershop, by the way. Anyhow, the guy gives me a haircut of, like, deluxe haircut. Like, there's nobody in the barbershop. I went there early. That's the trick. He gives me, I think he was high, to be honest with you. Because he was like, you know, he had the eyes half shut like this. And he's just, like, taking his time. He was, like, really into it. I'm like, this guy's high. I said, this is great. I'll get a haircut from a guy who's high. In no rush. He did a beautiful job. So, I don't know, the barbers in the Spanish barbershop, I like to look at myself in the mirror while I'm getting a haircut. I mean, what else am I going to look at? I hate how they turn the chair and then you're looking at people sitting and waiting. And you're like, oh, do I make eye contact? Oh, let me look at the floor. And I'm like, well, if I look at the floor, I'm gonna look like a pussy. So let me look at the people. And then all of a sudden you make an eye contact and then you go, ah, and you look somewhere else. You ever have that? I don't know what to do. They spin me in a chair that I'm facing somebody. It's like, oh, all right, I guess I'm having a coffee break with this guy now. And he's looking at you and you're looking at him and you're like, and then you deflect eyes. You both deflect eyes. It's like a staring contest. I don't need this. Put me to the mirror, for Christ's sake. Anyhow, he does a beautiful job. And then I notice, like, a powder fly over my head. I'm like, oh, what is he putting, a baby powder on my neck or something from the straight razor? And I love how they pull out the straight razor, and I got like skin cancer on my face. And I'm like, oh, I have like these dry patches of skin from like, I don't know, skin cancer. That's all I could think of. And he's dragging the straight razor over it. I'm like, oh, great. That's great. I'm the guy that when they start using the straight razor, I start bleeding all over the place. I'm like, ha, that's normal. Yeah. Oh, what? You're scared to death? So am I. So am I. I'm sorry I'm not a Spanish guy with perfect skin. You know, you don't want an old white guy in your barber chair. They bleed all over the place. You understand? The straight razor, I said, just put it away. All right? Unless you want a scene from Helter Skelter in here, put away the straight razor. Christ's sake. No, he does this powder thing, and then he runs his fingers through my hair, and he turns me toward the mirror. And I can only tell you this right now. I look like Richie Valens. I said, oh my God. I said, what is that powder? And he's like, como se toma? I don't know. He's like, I'm like, powder, pouty, in the canny. What is that? K powder. And he's like fumbling through the stuff. He's like, this? Yeah, what is that? I read the label. I said, I get to my car. I'm like, Amazon. Can we get a drone to fly that over now? My hair like had a thickness and a volume. Do you understand? I said, oh my God, this is the answer. Listen, I got news for you right now. I grease up the hair to the moon. My wife always complains your hair is greasy. You know, when you put grease in your hair, I got thin hair. Really thin and balding hair. So when I put in grease in my hair, it looks even thinner. Like I think from the front, it looks good. But then you look at it from the top, I'm afraid to even do that. Because it's a horror. You want to see? It's a horror. You see scalp, liver spots, this type of thing. I know. I'm throwing up too. So, you know. So after like a shit day at work, I come home and I see this on the doorstep, and it put a jump in my step. I'm like, my Richie Valens hair powder is here. I grab it. I'm like, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh yeah, I'm walking on sunshine. Oh yeah, it's time to feel good. Hey, beat it in, bam, boom, bang, crash. This type of thing. I run inside. I cut the top off. I pull the top. And this happens. Now, I don't know who the motherfucker is that sent this thing. This thing was full of glitter. And it had like a little piston on top. And it pushed about this volume of glitter. Like, it's a fucking glitter bomb. And I'm sitting inside my dining room, and I cannot tell you the amount of glitter that came out of this thing, and it just flew all over the place. All over the place. It went down behind the fucking decorative table. It went in the little fake plants that we have on top of the table, like inside the pots, down the leaves, all over the fucking floor, everywhere. In the magazine rack. We have a little magazine. Went between the magazines. And I just went. What? I'm covered in glitter. What the fuck is this? I said, I don't even know where to begin in cleaning this mess. Let me, I know how you feel, pal. And I'm looking at this can, and this thing flies out. Ruined days. You've been glitter bombed. And I'm like, oh, Yes, I just dumped the rest of the glitter on. So I get out. I said, okay, now I got to clean this for the next hour. So I get out my wife's favorite. You got to understand something. My wife is what you call a moron. My wife makes statements like when she cleans the bathroom. I'm never happier than when the bathroom is clean. Okay? And her favorite tool in the entire house is her little dirt devil. So I get out the little dirt devil. And I start vacuuming up the glitter bomb. Thank you, whoever sent the glitter bomb. Thank you. No hair powder. No, my Richie Fowler hair powder wasn't here. It was a glitter bomb. Yay! Yay! I got a pipe to fix under the kitchen. I got a million projects going on outside. I'll clean up. I'll take 2 hours to clean up a glitter bomb now. The glitter bomb that I start to vacuum up, and then I'm halfway done, and the vacuum cleaner starts smoking. Yes, and then stops working. And breaks my wife's favorite machine in the house. I think she likes that vacuum cleaner more than she likes my son. So there's that. And I wound up sweeping the rest of it. Yeah. And there's still glitter all over the place for my wife to discover when she comes home. And I have to explain to her that her favorite tool in the entire house is broken. Yeah, that went over well. And yeah, I finished that up, and let me go on to fixing the drain. Yes, I'll go and fix the drain now. And I'll go to Home Depot 3 times for parts that I need. Yes, because when you fix a drain, other parts break while you're fixing it. So I'll go back and forth to Home Depot 3 times. Yes. Yes. And then I get a call from my wife. My brother, we're redoing the kitchen upstairs. Okay? So my brother's coming over with the countertops for the upstairs kitchen. That's right. We got to redo the upstairs kitchen because the lady likes to fry food up there and basically set the oven on fire, which in turn puts burn marks all over the cabinets. And the cabinets are falling off the wall. And she keeps on ramming pots underneath the counters until it breaks the plumbing under there and then floods our bathroom ceiling. Then our bathroom ceiling falls down. I fixed the bathroom ceiling 3 times. Not only that, I glued all the pipes upstairs. Yes, you never do this. I had to glue all the pipes because she keeps on ramming stuff under the. I gotta bolt the doors closed under the cabinets. So she can't ram shit under there and break the plumbing that eventually floods our bathroom ceiling. She no comprende. And you go up there, it's no comprende. I didn't know. It's I didn't know. No, yo no say. Yeah. Well, guess what? I know. So the granite countertops, we got granite countertops, I don't know. Her brother got a deal somewhere, I don't know, it fell off a truck or something like that. They're custom cut for the kitchen upstairs. We're pulling out the backsplash, and the backsplash is like 6 foot long. I'm pulling it out of the truck and it cracks. Yes, right in the middle. It cracks. It hit a little bump and that's all it took. It cracked. So there you go. I'm on asshole report again. So basically, I'm on asshole report. This is, you know, it cost us like $600 for the fucking countertop. Yes. So check me off. I go back onto the asshole checklist. That's right. The asshole checklist. That's right. That's another thing that I'll have to deal with. And then who comes over? As soon as my wife comes home, who comes over? It's handyman hug and kiss. Yes. Yes. He grabs my wife and it's like Dancing with the Stars all the way up the stairs to the apartment. Yeah. Oh, dips, kisses, hugs, this type of thing. I like, hey buddy, why don't you put your tongue down your throat while we're here? I mean, what you can't get how many fingers can you get in while I'm standing here? And then he looks at me and he looks at me up and down. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? He's looking me up and down. Like sizing me up. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Anyhow, it gets to like 7 o'clock at night. Everybody's famished now. We're a half an hour in here. I don't know what to tell you. This is impossible, by the way. Finally I say, honey, I got to go get some food. I'll go to Wendy's. It's right down the block over here. What do you want? I don't want anything from Wendy's. What do you want? It's always aggravation. It's not like, oh, okay. Finally, she breaks a small chili, whatever. My son, well, I'm gonna get Wendy's, son. This is how it goes. I'm trying to take the order here, son. I'm gonna go to Wendy's. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! I'm like, shut up. What do you want? Chicken nuggets, French fries, same thing. Chicken nuggets. Okay, all right. Can we do without the let's go next time? Now it's like 7:30 after I get everybody's order. I get to Wendy's and now the fucking line. I don't know what's going on here. The line. I never saw a line at a fast food place like this at the drive-thru. All right, listen. It's Copeg drive-thru. I realize the kids, they're not too sharp there. Number one, I hate going to Wendy's. If I see 17-year-olds working the counters, I'm out. I want to see World War II vets behind the counter, this type of thing. You understand? I don't want to see young kids working anywhere. I'm sorry. These young kids, you see these young kids? Do you want them making your food? That's all I want to ask you. Do you want them making your food? Do you see these dopes? I'm sorry. Can we get some World War II vets back there? Come on, I want to see the hats, you know. I love World War II vets with the hat, you know. USS, I don't know. Indianapolis, right? You see these guys. That hat, they wear that hat for, I don't know. They're buried with it. I get it. I want to wear one of those hats. But I didn't do anything important with my life. What's it going to say? I don't know. USS Mazda 6, 2005. I kept her running. Yes, I did. 2006 Mazda. I drive it to this day. Oh, yeah. That's been my battle. Anyhow, I'm online at the drive-thru. I finally get to the fucking speaker there, and I hear... and steam just starts pouring out from under my hood. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm ready to say so. And I said to the girl, she's like, can I help you? And I'm like, and my temperature gauge is going, it's my engine's basically like a tea kettle right now. I said, I gotta go. I pulled off into the parking space there. I said, let me let this thing cool down. Then I go inside and I stand on an even bigger line. Yes. And I'm behind a drunk guy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm behind a drunk guy, and he's the guy that's got to talk to everybody. This fucking line is long. Like, yeah, well, I didn't know that until you opened your drunk mouth. Hopefully we get our food sometime tonight, huh? Yes, yes. I love answering you every 5 seconds. I saw him and I'm like, I'm never drinking again. This is what it's like. This is what it's like. Never be sober. And I mean miserably sober around a drunk guy. Oh, by the way, while I'm under the drain, I get a text from my buddy, a buddy I haven't talked to in a long time. Yes. He sends me a text. Okay, I want you to see what time it is. Okay, I gotta cover his name. He sends me a text of a beer. It's 4:44. I'm under this motherfucking drain. And he sends me a picture of a beer. And I'm like, what the hell is that? So I text him back, is that breakfast? And then he sends me this. Oh my God, we gotta use this. This has gotta be incorporated into the show.
That's a beautiful fucking beer.
I'm like, it's 4:44 in the morning. This guy's having a fucking party. I'm like, what is everybody having a party? Everybody's having a party. That's the only laugh I had the whole day. I said, at least somebody's having a fucking party. I love that. That gets me every time.
That's a beautiful fucking beer.
Anyhow. So I get my food, and I want to tell you it's like 9 o'clock now. I was there for over an hour. I raced the car home. All right. The car, I mean, the head gaskets are ready to explode through the hood by the time I park the car in front of my house. I mean, well, good luck with that. So now I know I got to fix that in the morning. Yeah. So that was the end of my my day. I don't know. Some days happen like that, guys. Some days. Oh, by the way, Callahan here. I mean, 40 minutes in. Can we do a video game show, perhaps? Is that possible? Reporting for duty. Just like that, was scanning for crimes. The only saving grace to the whole day was during the whole, when my son got home from school. He's got a kid next door that he's been talking to over the fence. Oh, it's the greatest thing. I said, oh my God, a friend. These kids have no friends. I don't know if you realize that, especially what's been going on. I'm like, oh my God, he's getting a friend next door. And the kid's got a playground over there. I'm like, maybe I can shuttle my kid over there one day. So I'm so excited about the fact that they're going to get together. Even if his kid comes over here and plays in the yard, I don't care. I can do some work and then they can run around like animals. I'm so excited about the notion of him having a friend. It frees up time. Do you understand? I love my son, but it frees up time. So as Rita falls on my foot, so I'm trying to cultivate this relationship. So every time I go out there, I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? You know, and he's like, hey, Max's dad. And I'm like, oh, listen to that. And he's like, and then my son says this. He goes, his name is Jesse. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Now, now I could be, I don't know, go to the bar with this kid. And then he goes, and his YouTube name is Bithead. And I'm like, ah. I go up to my son. I'm like, no. I'm talking. I said to my son, I'm like, ixnay with the bedhead. And he's like, why, Dad? I said, it's a long story. Just ixnay, ixnay. Why, Dad? Why? Everything, why? Just ixnay! Anyhow. I'm inside, basically yelling with my wife, and I hear my son out of the corner of my ear. I hear, I'm going to kill something or other. And I'm like, what is he saying? And I just go around the corner and I look outside. And he's like, the kid's name, I don't want to say the kid's name. Say his name is Johnny. He goes, Johnny, when I come over there, I'm going to kill your little brother. And I'm like, what the fuck is he saying? What is he saying? I said, hey. I said, get over here. I said, what did you say? And then he's doing the old, like, the foot, and like the foot slide in front of the other foot. And he's got the guilty look on his face. I said, what did you say? And then he's like really embarrassed. He goes, I said I was going to kill Johnny's little brother. I said, what are you talking about? I said, son, you trying to make friends with this kid, all right? His father's out there. He's going to think you're Looney Tunes. Why are you saying that? I don't know, Dada. I said, oh, great. Here we go. This is where it starts. I said, listen, stop telling people you're going to kill them, okay? You can't make friends like that. Oh, God. Oh, guys, you can't blow this friendship. You don't know how much it means to me. Anyhow, guys, I don't know what we're doing here. We got some packages here. All right. Let's get right to it. We got Johnny Blade. Johnny Blade. Coming at you. Guys, this is a package. Before I drool on myself, this is a package coming from Richard. Oh, London, England, okay? That's right. What's in here? A pair of fashion boots? I love it how I bought a new pair of Doc Martens, all right? I'm going to tell you something right now. Most uncomfortable shoes. Everybody tells me this is fitting because we're talking about London right now. Get a pair of Doc. I need a pair of work boots. I'm like, I'll get a pair of Docs. I haven't had Docs since I was a kid, you know? I'll put them on, I don't know, a pair of suspenders, shave my head. Hey, oh, this type of thing. You know, I'll bring that look back. What's that called? White supremacist? I don't know. Can you even wear that outfit anymore? Anyhow, they're the most uncomfortable shoes I ever wore. I got news for you. When you go to work, it's bad enough you got to work. Now I got to break in a pair of boots. It's taken me. I wore them for. I used to be able to break in a pair of boots for like 2 weeks. Now, if they're not broken in like 5-6 days, I'm out. So I'm complaining to my partner because I started wearing my old boots again, and he's like, "What happened to the plywood?" And I said, I tried those Doc Martens. They don't fit because they are fashion boots. And I said, what? He goes, because they are fashion boots. I said, they're not fashion boots, Doc Martens. Yeah, they are fashion boots. I said, they're not fashion boots, they're fucking work boots. They're made to step in acid. I don't know if you read the instructions. You're supposed to be able to step in alkalines and acids. I'm like, where am I working? At the Exide factory? Yes, they are fashion boots. And now I'm having this argument with the stress. I can't handle the stress. Wow, this is heavy too. What must it cost to ship this from London? UK in the house, baby. Oh my God, what is this? Oh, you gotta love it. Look at this. Okay, hi Jesse. This might not look like the most interesting thing you've ever received on first glance, but hopefully it will be useful to you. Ba 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 ba. It's loaded. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've been watching your show for a few years now, and I think I chose all the stuff you like and more. Take a good look. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Okay, he's basically explaining what's in here, and we'll get into that more. But look at this. There's a comic in here. Fat slags. What's this all about? Two fat broads yammering it up? Oh my God, look at this. Oh, I'm going to have to check that out later. Jeez, this is a monster. Whoa. Look at the bubble wrap. Look at all that bubble wrap. That's like a Serta Perfect Sleeper right there. What the fuck? Oh my God, it's a computer. It's a computer. Video here. Oh, I love that you did that for me. Oh, I just broke it. Okay, hold on. Now let's see here, okay? Okay, it's an emulation rig that should be a great complement to the game box you used to play during your show. It's loaded with over 1,500 CD-based games for Sega CD, Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, TurboGrafx CD-ROM, PlayStation 1. I've included every single shoot 'em up that exists for each system, plus all the best top-rated games, obscure picks, including running guns, RPGs, survival horrors, and all action games I could think of. I've been watching your show for a few years now. Take a look in the collections area of the menu. I made a few category game lists for your convenience. Wow. 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 The PS1 Dreamcast emulators run the games in higher resolution than the real consoles do. So check out some games like Einhander, R-Type Delta, Border Down. They look stunning. You'll need a couple extra wires and any USB controller to use. Wow. Okay, so here's the deal. As you know, we have the Game Station, and we have the other emulation machine that Chris sent us. So now we have this one that Rich sent us. So basically what we're going to have a battle royale around here. That's right. That's right. If one can't play it, we'll see if the other one can. So this is going to be like the WWF, not E, of game emulations. Oh, this is very exciting stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. So when we get the wires to get this thing running, okay, we need a plug, we need that, and a controller. And that's it. And then we'll rig it up somehow. I don't care if I have to make another drop down for this. We'll rig this. Oh, isn't this fantastic? I don't know if you know this, but we have become a very formidable video game channel here. Now, I know this is the greatest video game channel in the history of human civilization. We all know that. But can you imagine that it's getting even better? The capabilities, the technological capabilities that we are acquiring here, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. Wow, Rich. Oh, P.S. I included a page out of a comic we have in the UK called Viz. I think you'll like it. I think you're right, Richard. I think you're right. Wow. Thank you very much for this. We are heading into the stratosphere, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay. I think we have time for one more. We got this here. It says do not bend. There can only be one. Do not bend. Okay, it came, and nobody bent it, so we're off to a good start. Be very careful here. I want to cut down here, but I don't want to cut down here, right? I'm being very careful. Yee! Okay. This is coming from John in Wantor. Oh, we know John. We know John and his wife from Wantor. Wantor's right down the road. Not too far away. I've done some very good garage sailing in Wantor, my friend. You know, it's funny. If you ever wanted to take a ride with me to the garage sales, I always say this to people. I think you'd be astounded. I could give you an education in garage sailing, and I'm not bragging to you. I'm not the bragging type. But I could, if I sat down with you for 2 hours, I could fill your mind with absolute, just like gemstone advice for garage sailing. It's something I always wanted to do, but nobody wants to listen. Yeah, nobody wants to listen. I just take a ride with me when we go garage sailing, because all this stuff pops up into my mind while I'm taking the ride. I could do a 3-hour show on garage sale signs alone. Oh yeah, a moving sale, yard sale, estate sale, tag sale, multifamily, you name it. You name it. Okay, you gotta be very careful here. Oh, what? What is this? Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, this is gonna come in very handy. Very handy. Jesse, aka Bidhead1000, watching your last video, I heard your plea to own this pile of shit on laser. Are you serious? Maybe not having seen it when it came out, I don't get the full appreciation for it. That might be right. For it, but I'm glad it's going to a better home. I had bought a bunch of laser discs after acquiring a Pioneer laser active system, and this one I have no problem parting with. Enjoy. Thanks again for all the hours of entertainment. Keep up the fantastic work. We are huge fans. Glad to see you still have my wife's line drawings displayed in your office. I love them. Two of my favorite things are those drawings and the coasters. The coasters that Terry made. Yes. The coasters that I thought I'd never use, I use them all the time. I love them. And of course, the line drawings are, they just make my little office downstairs. I love going down there. It makes it look so cool. That's right. Alicia did that. Very grateful for that. I love it. Love it. Just absolutely love it. I go downstairs and it's nice to be in a place where you're like surrounded by things like that. You know, somebody's creations. Nothing better. Nothing better. It gives energy. I don't know what to tell you. You look at that, you're inspired. You get inspired. I look at my coasters. I get inspired. People are creating. I want to create too. It's inspiring. Wonderful. Guys, it's Highlander. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, it's one of the fantastic movies of all time. I can't believe, John, you don't like it. This is such a great movie. Come on. Oh my God. When he's in church, the bad guy in this. Who's the bad guy? What's his name? The big guy. Remember when the Highlander goes into the church there and he's confronted by that guy and the guy sticks his tongue out at the nun or something? He's like, Woo! Yeah, baby. I was like, this guy's bad. You know, I saw Highlander right around the same time I saw RoboCop on VHS. And it was just a crazy movie. At that time, to see it, what year are we talking about here? Oh, how does it not say it on a Laserdisc? 1993? That late, huh? Oh, I love this movie. Absolutely love it. John, thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, we're like an hour in here. I don't know what to tell you. Do you realize that you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization? And you better believe that. With a 4K voice! We'll see you next time. Guys, we are doing a knockout hit show on Patreon. I don't know if you realize that. I'm not sitting here trying to sell you something. I'm really not. Our Patreon show it's tearing up right now. I think we're 10. We're 10 episodes in. But by this time it's going to be more. 12, 11 or 12, something like that. It's a library, a wonderful archive to go in and watch. It's already, I mean, listen, we're doing like knocking out a half hour to 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, depending on how much I drink. You know, sometimes we drink because
That's a beautiful fucking beer.
what am I going to tell you? Sometimes we drink, we get a little carried away, but that's good. That's good. I enjoy doing it. I really enjoy doing it. So guys, we give you wonderful advices. That's all it is. We give you advices like this. When you ask her out on a date, it's like, you don't ask a woman out on a date. You tell her she's going out on a date with you! How do I meet women? Well, listen, it sounds to me like autism isn't really that bad. Because you have a modicum of self-awareness. And, you know, it's not like you're chewing on pennies and, I don't know, drooling onto your orthopedic shoes. So they get to the bottom of that vodka bottle, they're like, oh, this is not good. Call the sheep farmer. And you show his butt. Well, what's the question here, pal? You're out of here. I know. You're a winner. You come out a winner. So email me if you have a problem with your life. I want you to email me. Email me down below. We'll solve your problem. You'll be like, it's that simple? It's that simple. That's right. This is real life advices. I want you to know that right now. And it's a great honor for me to help you solve your problems. It really is. So email me, put advices in the header below. It makes it easy for me to search. We do it on the fly. That's what makes it so much fun. Yes. And then your problems go away. Just like God. And you start anew. Oh, it's fantastic. Guys, thank you to all the Patreons. We're very grateful for the support. We really are. We'll see you next time.